You niggas got the audacity to question me? Dr. Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism? What's good, man, you disrespectful Negroes are crazy. Meek Millie, what's goody? Philly, stand up. They want to shut me down, they think I don't have a degree. What's a piece of paper to a nigga like me? I got Frederick Douglas blood running through these veins. His hair, my beard, it's snappy all the same. While y'all was still asleep before hitting colors 3, I was dashiki down speaking in these streets. All I wanted to do was save little black boys. Give them school, teach them not to be in jail or unemployed. Bitch, I'm a psychologist, I do this education shit. When you on the top though, people on they hating shit. Y'all don't even donate shit, so I ain't really feeling ya. I'm the most requested black scholar in America. I done been on News One, I done been on Breakfast Club, I done wrote a book, Psychoacademic Holocaust. I don't even understand why you wanna hate me. Kids are being misdiagnosed with ADHD. Fuck all you haters for trying to strip my business. I fight racism, y'all just fighting tickets. Fuck all the critics, when you win and they come after you. I refund the school money, then I'm going to Africa. Fuck all you coons who wait and snitch to them crackers. Now they wanna strip me of my credentials, you bastards. Fuck the judge and jury, give a fuck what the court says. And fuck Tariq Nasheed with his little ass forehead, nigga. And fuck you too, Roland Martin. That's right. Little motherfucker. That's right. Had me on News One with all them coons up there, asking me all them questions. Right. Like I'm not the motherfucking king of this black scholar hotep shit, nigga. I've been doing this shit longer than all you niggas. All you niggas gonna respect me. You niggas got the audacity to question me? Dr. Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism? What's good, man, you disrespectful Negroes are crazy. Meek Millie, what's goody? Philly, stand up. They want to shut me down, they think I don't have a degree. What's a piece of paper to a nigga like me? I got Frederick Douglas blood running through these veins. His hair, my beard, it's snappy all the same. While y'all was still asleep before hitting colors 3, I was dashiki down speaking in these streets. All I wanted to do was save little black boys. Give them school, teach them not to be in jail or unemployed. Bitch, I'm a psychologist, I do this education shit. When you on the top though, people on they hating shit. Y'all don't even donate shit, so I ain't really feeling ya. I'm the most requested black scholar in America. I done been on News One, I done been on Breakfast Club, I done wrote a book, Psychoacademic Holocaust. I don't even understand why you wanna hate me. Kids are being misdiagnosed with ADHD. Fuck all you haters for trying to
Any more cash apps?
my business. I fight racism, y'all just fighting tickets. Fuck all the critics, when you win and they come after you. I refund the school money, then I'm going to Africa. Fuck all you coons who wait and snitch to them crackers. Now they wanna strip me of my credentials, you bastards. Fuck the judge and jury, give a fuck what the court said. And fuck Tariq Nasheed with his little ass forehead, nigga. And fuck you too, Roland Martin. That's right. Little motherfucker. That's right. Nigga. Had me on News One with all them coons up there, asking me all them questions. Right. Like I'm not the motherfucking king of this black scholar hotep shit, nigga. I've been doing this shit longer than all you niggas. All you niggas gonna respect me. I'm Dr. Umar.
All right. Let me get some fists in the chat if you can hear me loud, crisp, and clear, and we will get this party started. If you don't know, now you know. Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shoemake's niece has married a white man. Damn, talk about chickens coming home to roost. Guys, this is the live call-in show. Don't hesitate to click that link and call in. Is this karma or is this karma? For all the xenophobic, racist rhetoric coming from Umar Johnson, God damn it, what better form of karma than to have white people a part of his family now?
What do you think about the double standard in interracial dating versus when a black man gets a white woman, it seems like he's more attacked versus when a black woman gets a white man?
For me, I think brothers and sisters should equally be held accountable. I absolutely do. With that being said, I do believe the black man's lack of commitment to the black woman does influence her choice to go outside of the community. When you look at the fact that only 25% of able...
Damn, this motherfucker is a pander bear. When he's asked straight up, hey, is it a double standard that, you know, the black community really disses black men that they white, but they don't really diss black women that they white? He's going to say, well, it's really the brother's fault that the sisters is dating the white man. You know, if the black man was just better to the black woman, then the sister wouldn't have to go get her a snowman, okay? God damn it, this motherfucker is a pander bear.
Black women will be married in this country. That's 1 in 4. If you have 4 daughters, only one statistically is likely to get married. If we're trying to save the Black family, that statistic has to be changed. And I think that we have to be unapologetic in our commitment to the Black family to the point where we are respectful, but yet critical of Black people who choose to create families with non-African people, because there's no greater commitment you can make, short of giving your life, than pledging your life to somebody who looks like you.
Come on, and we all know that Umar is not having these talks with his niece because Umar is estranged from all of his family. Umar ain't seen his niece in years. Umar's family thinks that Umar is an embarrassment to them. Oh, Lord, look. Hey, he's going to preach all this shit to us about what we need to do within our family, but his own family don't want shit to do with him.
African redemption. You know, I often say that the white woman on the Black man's arm is a surrender flag that he waves to the white power structure, letting his enemy know that I am safe, I am comfortable, I am committed to your agenda, and I will turn my back on my people. And
sir, that is not a surrender flag. When you see a Black man with a white girl on his arm, just know that brother has packets of spices and seasonings hid all throughout the house, and he don't never let that white girl see him season that food. She thinks that it's seasoned properly, but no, whenever the white girl hand us a plate, we gonna hit that with the real seasoning, okay? That's all that means, hidden seasonings.
in order to be patted on the head by you. And so when the white man sees the Black man with the white woman, he knows this is a Negro that we can trust, because he turned his entire back. He turned his entire back on his community to marry a white woman who he knows cares nothing about the freedom.
Guys, this is not the fucking 1920s. We don't live in all Black communities. We don't have Black Wall Streets. And then some of us are traders and sneak out of Black Wall Street and go to the little hick side of town and go date a white girl. Sir, we live in America. It is a melting pot. If you're a Black person that was raised middle or upper middle class, then you know we raised in the suburbs with all the ethnicities. I grew up knowing the difference between a Russian and a Ukrainian and a Moldovan, and the list goes on and on. We live in communities that are melting pots. This is not the fucking 20s where we got to sneak over to the white side to go risk our lives to be with a white girl.
Operational emancipation of his people. Marriage is a political decision. And when I talk to brothers who suffer from the snow bunny crisis, and they inbox me, they email me, when I speak to these snow bunnies, they always try to explain away their choice to be with a white woman. But at the end of the day, you cannot explain it away, because there's no way you're going to claim to be committed to your community when you decided to start a family with a woman of another community.
Tell that to Frederick Douglas, the nigga you clout chasing from the grave on. Lying ass nigga talking about you a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass had a white wife, didn't he? Didn't he?
And when you understand that all white people are racist, not all white people are bigots, but all white people are racist, which means all white people are totally committed to the unfair advantage they get and to the unfair distribution of resources, opportunities, and privileges. There's not a white person on planet Earth who wants to redistribute privileges, opportunities, and fairly with everybody else on this planet. They love the bias advantage they have. They love the disproportionality that benefits them. There would be no white privilege if there was not for unequal opportunities. So we have to understand that white woman that sleeps with the Black man is just as opposed to Black freedom as any other white person is. And she knows her Black husband is okay with that.
Yeah, the hypocrisy runs deep with Umar. I mean, if you guys don't know, a couple months back, I pulled up on Umar and I asked him about the hypocrisy. And let's hear him explain around the fact that Frederick Douglass was an activist. Frederick Douglass was an icon. Frederick Douglass is an elder we hold with high regard. And Frederick Douglass had a white wife, didn't he? And Umar's not going to like me because I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon.
And, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates.
To your point that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black
And
woman?
I'm petty. I had to bring up the photo of Frederick with his white girl. As Umar's telling me, how can you not be a coon if you marrying a white woman? Sir, you're calling Frederick Douglass a coon?
How can you be exempt from cooning? How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth? I want to clarify the Frederick Douglass piece. You're absolutely right. About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Marie Douglas, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children.
Well, see, Mike TV, you right. Frederick Douglass married a white woman, but he was an old man, and he married a black woman first.
Helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York, during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark skin.
This motherfucker is deflecting like a bitch made nigga. I said, hey, Frederick Douglass, he married a white woman. Well, you see, he did marry a white woman, but we got to remember he married a black woman first, and he was with a black woman, and she was such a good black woman. And remember, he married a black woman first. What are you talking about? So it's cool to marry a white woman if we marry a black woman first and then leave her? What is he talking about? Deflecting in its finest.
About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Marie Douglas, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York, during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful, nappy-headed wife. So I want to make sure Anna Marie Douglas gets her due.
Well, Mike, Frederick did marry a white woman, but he had a nappy-headed wife before who was black, and she was nappy, and she was nappy, and she was black, and she was ashy, and she was nappy, and she was black, and she was ashy and nappy, Mike.
Now, to your question, to your point that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning?
What did this man just say? How can you be exempt from cooning if you're marrying a white woman? Sir, did you just inadvertently call Frederick Douglass a coon? You're basically saying it's impossible.
Come on, let Umar tell it. He descends from coons. He got coons in the family, right? I mean, come on, y'all.
To not be a coon and marry a white woman. Sir, Frederick Douglass married a white woman. So I got this man so pressed. I got him so bent out of shape. I was the only one to call in and challenge his rhetoric. And he's calling Frederick Douglass a coon right now. Y'all peep game. He said, how is it possible to marry a white woman and not be a coon? Frederick is rolling in his grave.
Your question, to your point that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning if you do not build family with black woman?
So by your own rhetoric, it's okay if we marry a white woman as long as we marry a black woman first.
No, you should not be marrying a white woman at all. If the salvation of the African people rests on the shoulders of the African family, do we not have an obligation to be with our own women?
Interesting. And I believe that you exclusively date sisters, right?
Yes. And what about?
And I slid in there and I understand that you exclusively date sisters, right? Why is it so important for me to confirm whether or not he solely dates sisters? You'll see in just a moment, but I got his confirmation.
Argument. Women on average outlive their husbands. So when we transition.
Hold on, somebody. Philip says, how old was Douglas when he married the white lady? Frederick Douglass was 60 and the white lady was 46.
If we married a snow bunny, is she going to use any of your wealth to empower the black community after you're gone? How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth?
How are you not a sellout if you are giving white people that type of wealth? Sir, So far in this conversation, you don't realize it because you're a bit mentally challenged, but so far, Mike TV got you so bent out of shape, called the Honorable Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it, but right here in 4K, he's called Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout.
This is wealth that we need to empower the Black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth when they've already stolen enough from us? How could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Frederick did. Frederick found him a white woman that can understand him. Frederick Douglass's 46-year-old white wife abandoned her family. They got married in the late 1800s. There was a whole bunch of racist opposition. She got disowned by her people. Hey, and word on the street is when Frederick died, his white wife did some nice shit with the money. They did some real good things to benefit our community with the money. But Umar don't want to talk about that.
The only reason why I mention people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date Black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years and you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Yeah, this motherfucker will rant about whether Black people should date white people all day long. But as soon as I mentioned that school scam, oh, he had to kick me off. Peep game, y'all. Peep game.
Even with the enemy. And that's why I cannot trust, although I love all Black people, including those who suffer from snow bunny virus, I cannot trust a Black man. I will not trust a Black man or a Black woman who marries outside of their community, because as far as I'm concerned, you already got one foot into betrayal and the other foot will soon be there too.
Excellent response, sir. Thank you for your transparency and honesty.
Tank? I'm a Tank fan. Gervonta Tank Davis, Dr. Umar roots for you. Your Philly brother is rooting for my Baltimore brother. But Tank, no snow bunnies. If I catch your ass dating a bunny, I'ma drop you as quick as you drop Ryan Garcia. No bunnies for Tank. I'm rooting for you. They want the Black woman to cancel the Black man. Cancel him out of your life for good. There's a white man waiting for you. The only problem with that narrative, white men are not in a rush to marry Black women.
Someone has to
white
die.
Person in
Damn, but your niece got her a snow king, though. Damn, white men are not in a rush to marry no Black woman. But my niece found her a white guy. Okay.
can have a successful relationship. Slavery was a successful relationship.
Right.
We worked for free, and white people got all the
And
benefits.
they benefited. Right.
You see that?
So we were talking about the Netflix movie You People. I don't know. Have you seen it?
I saw it about 2 nights ago.
Okay. So what were your thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was buffoonery.
Okay.
It was absolutely buffoonery. It was a minstrel show.
Okay.
And I could see the propaganda right from the beginning. The whole agenda is to sell.
I know Umar ain't talking about a minstrel show. Nigga, your whole existence is a minstrel show.
And so we paid respects earlier to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, my direct ancestor, and it's only fitting and it's only with respect that if we're gonna big up the masculine energy, we gotta big up the feminine energy. And we know that Queen Mother Harriet and Frederick Douglass were very, very good friends. Some even say may have been cousins, which means I'm related to Harriet Tubman. I ain't gonna even get into that right now.
Yeah.
They're claiming I smoke crack.
White males, or the possibility of a long-lasting romance with a white male to Black women. That's the propaganda. And it's more so for young women and girls, more so than older Black women. They want to, this is part of this destruction of the Black family that we've been talking about. Same, it ain't changed.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the jobs, dropping off.
Guys, you heard it here first. Eddie Murphy is trying to destroy the Black family by being in a movie where his Black daughter dates a white man. Okay. But if the shoe was on the other foot, if a white person was talking like this about black people, we'd call him a Klan member, right? We'd call him a eugenicist, right?
The crack, locking up the men, pushing the feminism, pushing the transgenderism.
Yes.
All of this is part of it. In this particular agenda here, the Meghan Markle phenomenon is to sell the white man to the black woman, to make the black woman quit the black man.
Yep.
Okay, to abandon. They want the black woman to cancel the black man. Cancel him out of your life for good. There's a white man waiting for you. The only problem with that narrative, white men are not in a rush to marry black women.
Not at all.
Yeah, that makes sense, Gia. That makes sense. I got me a German grandmama, and she told me, I was at my grandma's house. She told me that she used to cut my Uncle Myron's hair all the time. And you know, my Uncle Myron, he's a black man, right? So I was like, okay, grandma, I guess you can give me a haircut. My German blonde hair, blue-eyed grandmama fucked my hairline and everything up so bad, Gia. This makes total sense. This is why he had that crazy ass triangular haircut with that side part. It was his white wife that did it to him.
They are in a rush to sleep with black
women.
The
Curiosity of
they
it.
are not in a rush to marry. Are there white men who marry black women? Of course there are. There's a lot of them. But do they suffer a chocolate bunny crisis the way the black man suffers a snow bunny crisis?
Not at
Hell no.
Right.
It's not even close.
Right.
I'll give you this. Like I've said before, the only white women that the black man can have are the white women other white men don't want.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And the only white men that the black women can have are the white women that other white women don't want. So the black woman gets the leftovers, the black man gets the leftovers, but we're so in love with the color of their flesh, or should
Let me play devil's advocate. If that's the truth, then why are you mad that leftovers getting with leftovers? Why does that affect you if the leftovers is getting with leftovers and they leftovers and the leftovers? Why does that impact you?
I say the lack thereof?
Yeah.
That we don't even step back long enough to study the social phenomena that are at play here.
So do you think that a interracial couple can really be successful? Do you think that that relationship can last? I feel like someone has to die.
A white person and a black person can have a successful relationship. Slavery was a successful relationship.
Right.
We worked for free, and white people got all the benefits.
They benefited.
Right.
You see that?
Yes.
But it only worked because what? We were second-class citizens, and they were first-class citizens. In other words, when the black woman marries the white man, as long as she accepts her subservient position, the marriage will be fine.
So your niece is a slave to her white husband. Your niece is like color purple, right? And the white man is master. Okay.
Black man marries a white woman. As long as he accepts his subservient position, the relationship will be fine. So can they coexist? Of course. We coexist with white people every day. You know why? Because black people have accepted our subservient positions as second-class citizens in this country.
So
you can only coexist with the white man being his number two. You cannot coexist with him being equal. Why? Because black power is a contradiction of white supremacy. White supremacy cannot allow black power. That is a contradiction. White privilege dictates that they have the advantage. And that's why I often say when I do my lessons on racism, one of the first rules of racism, all white people are racist. Second rule of racism, they don't share power with blacks. Third rule of racism, they are ruthless. They will do anything and everything to protect power. We have no idea. Look at what they're doing with COVID, reducing your numbers. Anything they got to do to protect power. So yes, these relationships can coexist. But here's the bigger question, my sister. The bigger question is, because I'm a pragmatist.
Okay.
I am a political pragmatist, a Pan-African pragmatist, which means what? Any question you ask me, I'm going to ask it back by saying, how does this benefit the black community? Black man, white woman. How does that benefit us? Black woman, white man. How does that benefit us?
Why is it always the pan goofies that try to make it seem like every Black American needs to be a civil rights activist and everything that a Black person does has to benefit Black society by and large? Sir, who we choose to have relations with has nothing to do with the Black community. Unless you're acting like a coon, a sellout, a Sambo, unless you're like Phil Scott making a bunch of hateful videos talking about Black women, they're hyenas, and then we look and see you're married to a white Latina, and then we say, okay, that's where you get that from. But other than that, who you lay up with has nothing to do with the Black community, because the Black community is not surveying nor caring about who their fellow Black person is dating. The only one who cares is Umar Johnson.
Anything you ask me, I'm going to ask myself and ask you, where is the benefit of this to the Black community?
No.
An interracial marriage has no benefit at all for the Black community. They made Eddie Murphy's character to...
Jesus Christ, the Umar Johnson fuck shit, guys. The wealth and the community, and how does it help the Black community? Sir, a Black man's personal familial wealth has nothing to do with the Black community unless he chooses to use some of his wealth to better the community by and large. A man's dating preferences or wife or girlfriends has nothing to do with the Black community, but we do look at it with skepticism if you are vying for influence over our community, or if you're saying harmful things about Black women, then we're definitely gonna check to see if you're married to a Black woman, right? But other than that, he just needs to stop. He just needs to give it up. Come on. And you know what? There was somebody in my chat earlier that asked me if I had any receipts on Umar's niece marrying the white man. I mean, guys, this is old news. I mean, the story broke last week. I didn't think y'all needed me to share receipts with you, but yeah, Umar Johnson's father, Jamal Johnson, posted this photo and said, "Congratulations to the happy couple," with a wedding ring emoji. "I always love my granddaughter's smile." So Umar Johnson's father's granddaughter is Umar Johnson's niece, and there's the wedding photo. So yes, his niece married a Snow King, guys. That's not up for debate. I thought y'all all knew this. Y'all been emailing me for a week asking me to please cover it. But you know what? We do have a guest coming from the back to the front. It's Cameron Smith. Cameron, let us know where you're calling in from and what's on your mind.
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina, but I live in Arkansas.
All right, lay it on us.
I'm calling about, like, basically when the last show you did about the white eugenicists that basically changed Native American history and basically said that we was black. He was a eugenist.
Yeah, Walter Plecker. Walter Plecker. Yeah.
You forget about the second half of that. Who Umar be dick riding all the time? Marcus Garvey.
Oh yeah.
He used to be friends with them boys. They were his friends. Like he also worked with them, and also that's why he coined the Back to Africa movement, even though he never been to Africa. So
yeah,
he also,
you know what? I did hear that Garvey was friends with the Klan, was going to Klan meetings and working with the Klan to convince us to go back to Africa.
Yeah, he directly worked with the eugenicists in Virginia and the classifying us in the colors. So that's the reason why these pan goofies, as you call them, that's the reason why they always pushing this. Oh, we need to go back to Africa, and making us like basically go back, like thinking we African, we wearing onks and fucking the continent on our necks and shit. They come from Marcus Garvey, and that's what Dr. Umar pushes. He's just a modern day Marcus Garvey.
Yep, I agree. I believe it.
And I
believe it.
Oh
wait, hold on.
Hold
on. Real quick. I gotta let my my studio audience in on something. You know how we typically question people's lineage and heritage, and there's a big thing about these tethers trying to sneak into our discussions. Y'all know how we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Cameron Smith is not a tether, brother. I heard that smoke detector in the background. I heard it. That's the thing right there. That's a native Black American right there. Okay, he got the smoke detector chirping. Okay, that is traditional. That is a traditional custom to never change the battery of that smoke detector. Let's go.
Facts. But I got one more thing. I'm gonna leave you alone. Also, Dr. Umar, we know about the racist white man that don't want his daughter to date the black man. What is his daughter gonna end up having a baby or marry a black man? He's not
Facts.
immune to that shit. Like think about it. How many times I know we didn't all heard this. Don't bring no white bitch to my house, and then you go out there and have a baby with a white bitch.
That's the way it goes. Yep.
So he just a victim of he's no different than the racist white man. He might. That's why I say he gonna his little nephew gonna run around with a dashiki and a Trump hat.
Hey, a onk, a daishiki, a kufi, and a Trump hat on top of the kufi.
And it gonna be the kente cloth gonna be red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. Hey, matter of fact, I just seen I was damn near gonna do a live reaction to a different Umar video today, but so many people wanted me to provide my commentary on his niece marrying a white man. But there's another video that I'll be doing on Umar Johnson sometime soon, probably next week. But I'll give you guys a little preview. I'll give you all a little sneak preview, okay? Umar Johnson was dressed up in his African garb. And tell me why a man solicited him for marriage, y'all. A man asked Umar for his hand in marriage as Umar was dressed up with his onk staff and everything. Watch this shit real quick. Watch this.
Who's ready to marry the King Kong of consciousness? 2 queens, please. 2 queens. I'm sorry. I already got one. Only got room for 1 queen. I need one. Who's ready to get married? Any sister is ready to get married. You ready? Keisha Queen says she ready. Keisha Queen said she is ready. Who ready? Maya says she ready to jump the broom with the King Kong. Patrick McDevil said, marry me. No, sir, my brother Patrick. We're not doing that, my brother. You on the wrong page for that. No, sir, my brother. In traditional African family only, my brother. I don't know what you've been drinking tonight, my brother. I don't know what's going on with you, my brother. We don't fly them games. No, sir. If it ain't the Yoni verse, I'm not interested. If it ain't the Yoni verse, I'm not. If you ain't got a natural God-given Yoni verse, I'm not interested. Oh, yes.
He licking his lips, though. That was weird. That was weird.
He might be the prince of pansexual.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Goddamn. But yeah, Umar Johnson is a perfect example as like a modern day Marcus Garvey, right? He's trying to force feed us this African identity, knows that even his direct ancestor, Frederick Douglass, was a fucking Native American. Frederick Douglass wasn't from no Africa, but listen to the lies they tell.
Yeah, he's a that's why I call him. He's a eugenist. Like even Marcus, I seen something when he told Mussolini that Mussolini stole fascism from him. So I'm like, damn, you a fascist and a eugenist, and this is who he dick ride. So it's like, and then we already know he'll tell their Marcus Garvey will tell there anyway.
Yep, I feel it. Matter of fact, he got a whole mural on the side of the trap band, though, right? He got him, he got Garvey. Who else is on that mural, y'all? Help me out. I know it's him and Garvey, though.
Frederick Douglass
Marcus Garvey Academy for Boys, opening 2057. Send your donations, family.
And you know what's crazy? If looking at what Frederick Douglass believed in, Marcus Garvey probably would have called Frederick Douglass a coon. He damn sure looked at Booker T. Washington and W.E. Du Bois like that was coons. He probably called Frederick Douglass a coon. So that's how I know like Dr. Umar just full of shit. It's just like he type of guy that throw firecrackers in the anthill and expect tater chips to come out that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's special. He's special to say the least. You know something's wrong when your own daddy is giving interviews talking about my son a scammer. So yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get some more callers in here.
All right, brother. Till next time. Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. If there's any other callers, now is the last time to call in before we close down this live stream. We've done a few hours of live content here for you today. We started off What did we start off with? Oh, yeah. We started off talking about them African house slaves that they call house girls. Come to find out, these African house slave girls are not slaves to white people, they're slaves to fellow Africans. So, goddamn it, Africans enslaving Africans in 2024. After that live stream, we took a look at the African incest crisis. Yes, we heard a very candid confession from a woman who was raped by her father, had a baby by him, then her baby was raped by the father, had a baby by him. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh Lord, it is disgusting. After that live stream, we took a look at the Loving versus Virginia. Real historical facts. I mean, this was not about a black woman marrying a white man. This woman was a full-blooded Native American, and we went into the reclassification and all that fuck shit that they've been doing with our identities on the census records. And now we took a look at Umar Johnson having a little dose of karma, having yet another white face to look at when he comes home for Thanksgiving. Come on, y'all. Come on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. I will be live again this Friday. I'll be running replays in the meantime, in between time, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.
You niggas got the audacity to question me, Dr. Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism? Man, you disrespectful Negroes are crazy. Meek Millie was goody. Philly, stand up. They want to shut me down, they think I don't have a degree. What's a piece of paper to a nigga like me? I got Frederick Douglas blood running through these veins. His
Who's
hair,
ready?
my beard, it's snappy all the same. While y'all was still asleep before hitting colors 3, I was dashiki down speaking in these streets. All I wanted to do was save little black boys. Give them school, teach them not to be a jailer unemployed. Bitch, I'm a psychologist, I do this education shit. When you on the top though, people on they hating shit. Y'all don't even donate shit, so I ain't really feeling ya. I'm the most requested black scholar in America. I done been on News One, I done been on Breakfast Club, I done wrote a book, Psychoacademic Holocaust. I don't even understand why you wanna hate me. Kids are being misdiagnosed with ADHD. Fuck all you haters for trying to strip my business. I fight racism, y'all just fighting tickets. Fuck all the critics, when you win and they come after you. I refund the school money, then I'm going to Africa. Fuck all you coons who went and snitched to them crackers. Now they wanna strip me of my credentials, you bastards. Fuck the judge and jury, give a fuck what the court says. And fuck Tariq Nasheed with his little ass forehead, nigga. And fuck you too, Roland Martin. That's right. Little motherfucker. That's right. Had me on News One with all them coons up there, asking me all them questions. Right. Like I'm not the motherfucking king of this black scholar hotel.